this is Faith from faithspaceacademy.com. In this particular video, I will be showing you what to do when you have a digital planner that has way too many pages to fit in one Canva project. Well, as you might be aware, one Canva project only allows you up to 200 pages. So if you want to create a hyperlinked digital planner with more than 200 pages, you would actually need to create in multiple Canva projects. So because of that, we have a limitation, and therefore you are not able to hyperlink between projects, right? So this is actually a highly requested video because I've received so many questions from my last two videos on creating digital planners with hyperlinked tabs. So this is it, guys. This video is going to show you what do we do when we have more than 200 pages when we are trying to hyperlink different Canva projects together into one final digital planner. Unfortunately, because of the 200 page limit, we will have to use a different platform other than Canva to create the hyperlinks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it in PowerPoint. So we're going to still make use of Canva to create the planners. And then after that, export the separate files into PowerPoint files, and then combine them into one PowerPoint file, and then add the hyperlinks in that one PowerPoint file. Now, please do note that because this is like a follow-up video from the other two digital planner Canva tutorials. So if you actually want to learn step by step how to create a digital planner from scratch entirely in Canva, please do keep a lookout for my digital planner 1-hour masterclass, which will walk you through every step of the way. Okay. In that particular video, I have actually showed you how to create daily planner templates, weekly planners, as well as notes pages and undated monthly planner pages, and how to actually put them together into like a digital planner for a month, okay? A monthly undated digital planner. In that video, in the video description, you should also check it out because I do have a free Canva template. You will see it's the exact same digital planner that I've created in the video, and you can actually download the Canva template for you to modify and use. And it comes with commercial use rights, which means you can take it, adapt it, edit it, customize it, and then resell it to somebody else for their personal use. But of course, please do know that you cannot distribute my Canva templates. You cannot use my Canva templates to sell to other people so that they can sell it again, all right? Only use the templates to edit it, download it as PDF, and then with the hyperlinks, you can actually sell that as a digital planner on Etsy or any other online platform or any other website or shop that you have, okay? So once again, this is a follow-up video. So if you need step-by-step on how to create digital planners, please refer to the other video before coming back, because in this video, we're going to show you how to combine multiple Canva projects into a single PowerPoint file and then add the hyperlinks in the situation where you have more than 200 pages. Okay, let's dive in. So we are on my Canva dashboard right now, and what you're seeing on the screen is my undated monthly planner with unicorn designs. If you find this familiar, well, that's because I have a separate YouTube video that shows you step by step how I created this particular planner. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, this planner and this design has 70 pages. We have got notes pages, daily planner pages, weekly planner pages, as well as the undated monthly planner. And I also have tabs on it. So it's actually hyperlinked. Let me just show you what I mean. It means when I mouse over, this is actually the preview section of Canva itself. This is how you can actually test out your hyperlinks when you actually have hyperlinks in your Canva project. So when you mouse over the part with hyperlinks, you'll see a little hand instead of an arrow. So you can click on it and then it goes to the page where the hyperlink leads to. So the home tab that you see now keeps going back to index, okay? And month goes to the monthly planner, week 1 goes to the week 1 planner, and notes go to the notes section of the digital planner. So these are hyperlinks. And now I want to, as mentioned, if you have more than 200 pages, Canva will not allow you, basically that is the limitation, okay? If you have more than 200 pages, you have to create your product in separate Canva projects. But what I want to start by showing you is we can export our Canva project into a PowerPoint file. In fact, I also have another video where I show you different files that you can import into Canva and different versions of files that you can export from Canva itself. So if you want to find out more, please refer back to that video, okay? Here, we're going to focus on exporting Canva into PowerPoint, okay? So go to Share, go to More, and here, scroll down, you will see under Save Microsoft PowerPoint. Of course, you will have to have the PowerPoint software on your computer in order to export it and open up the PowerPoint file. So here, same thing as how you would download any other file types. You can select the number of pages that you want, but right now I'm just going to download everything, okay? So 72 pages of this, and click download, and then we wait for the PowerPoint file to download, okay? Now to speed things up, I've actually exported it just now already. So here it is, okay, here it is. You see that the design is basically duplicated, right? I downloaded it from Canva as a PowerPoint file. I open it up and this is what I see. But however, the downside is what you would notice is like right here, the monthly planner looks good. And in fact, my hyperlink tabs still work, okay? Once again, when I export my Canva project as a PowerPoint file and open it up in PowerPoint, the hyperlinks still work. Let's just show you. Now I'm in the preview section of PowerPoint. This is how you get there. You click on this little icon right at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, click on slideshow. And if you mouse over the area where there's a hyperlink, you will see a little white hand instead of a black arrow. Okay, so we're going to click here, home goes to the index page. Same thing, if I click on the month tab, it brings me to the monthly planner. Week 1 brings me to week 1. Notes brings me to the notes section. So the hyperlinks work. The hyperlinks work when you export from Canva to PowerPoint file. But unfortunately, you might encounter things like this. Do you see that the alignment has gone messed up, right? So in Canva itself, we've already done up all the designs really nicely. But right now here, for some reason, the tables have gone messed up. So what I need to do is I need to actually resize it to make sure that it fits and stuff like that. Okay, so please make sure if you're actually exporting your Canva project into PowerPoint, you have to check through every single page to make sure that the alignment is correct. Otherwise, I mean, you don't want to sell a product that is messed up, right? You're going to have unhappy customers coming to you and asking you, how can you even sell me like stuff like this? Okay, this is definitely not something you want to sell to your customers, okay? So that is the main issue when we export from Canva to PowerPoint. So because of that, because I tried exporting the Canva project into PowerPoint, and what I'm seeing is that, oh dear, the tables are getting messed up, and it's going to take me extra time to change out every page, right? I have to resize everything and I have to make sure that all 31 pages of my daily planner pages are back nicely in order, and so are my weekly planner pages. So it's gonna be a lot of work. So this is not what I wanna do, okay? I'm just trying to sound out everything so you understand my rationale for doing things a certain way. Okay, so now that I know the PowerPoint is gonna mess up my alignment, then what do I do? So in this case, I'm gonna get rid of all the duplicates. What do I mean? Let's head back to Canva. So now this is the template. This is the exact copy of the template that you can get for free in my other video where you check out, or just, well, I'm just going to put it in this video description as well, okay, to make it easy for you. Check out the video description below for a link to get access to my Unicorn Undated Digital Planner Canva template for free, okay? Look at the video description below. So this is the template that you will get, and remember, once again, the objective is to export the Canva file into a PowerPoint file, and instead of just a 1-month digital planner, I'm going to create a planner that covers the entire year, okay, 365 days. Wow, that's a lot, right? But don't worry, step by step, I'll walk you through and you can do it too. So here for this one, I'm going to duplicate this file, go to File, and make a copy. So now that I'm definitely going to have more than 200 pages in a single Canva project, and the fact that I saw once I export this design onto PowerPoint, my alignment is going to get messed up. I'm going to reduce the number of duplicated pages, okay, right to the bare minimum. Because why? I can duplicate the same pages inside PowerPoint itself, okay? So just follow through. So now the other thing is, because I want to add the hyperlinks, right? So this planner template, if you have grabbed it from me, you're going to see that you have all the hyperlinks. So what do we do now? We're going to have to create the hyperlinks inside PowerPoint itself. So right now we don't need this hyperlinks anymore, okay? I'm just going to ungroup it and click and delete all these tabs. I will leave the home tab on because I love the design and the fact that I can just add the hyperlink to that for the index page in PowerPoint itself. So I'm just going to leave it as that. But you do see that there is an invisible rectangle on top of the home tab. Why? Because that is where the hyperlink is added to. If you're confused, you have to go back to my 1-hour Digital Planner Masterclass, because that is how I show you how to add hyperlinks nicely onto your colorful tabs in the digital planner that you create on Canva itself, okay? But right now I'm just going to delete that and leave it. So what I want to do is go to this little grid view you will see at the bottom right hand corner of your Canva dashboard. And once again, I'm going to keep everything to the bare minimum. So just one monthly planner page, one weekly planner page, and holding down the shift key to select all the others and delete, just hitting the delete button. Yes, I'm deleting everything, not to worry. And the daily planners, you see all the way, I've got until 31 days of daily planner pages. And right now I'm just gonna keep day 1 planner, clicking on day 2, holding down the shift key and selecting day 31. So everything is now selected, and then deleting it. And notes pages, same thing. You see that's a lot of duplicates, right? Why? Because when you're creating digital planners, you can actually add as many pages as you like, because then you don't have to like print it out. You're not worrying about printing it out, right? Because then your planner user, when they open up your PDF file for this digital planner, they can actually swipe through and have lots of notes pages that they can use in this particular PDF file. So, but right now, as we're creating it, remember we are exporting it to PowerPoint. I'm going to keep it to the bare minimum, okay? Just one notes page, deleting that. And right now, I don't really need this commercial use rights, but please read it through when you're using my template, okay? So there we go. Monthly planner, week 1, day 1 notes. This is the bare minimum. And now I do want to add some more for different months. So what do I do? I'm gonna click on this page 1, and there is this duplicate icon right here at the top. So you can click that to duplicate the page. What I'm trying to do is I'm gonna click and drag here. And now I'm gonna set this as the planner dividers, monthly planner dividers. So I will need to type in January, and just deleting this. And then now I deleted that rectangle, and now because you know, it looks kind of messy with the words overlapping the unicorn, so go to effects, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to search choose background and have a white opaque background behind the words January, so you can actually see the words clearly. And then change the size to maybe font size 60. Okay, there we go. That's January. And then repeat the process of duplicating the page and just typing in the rest of the months. Duplicating March, duplicate here, the duplicate page icon on the top right corner of this page itself, and going to April, duplicate, May, June, July. If this is boring you can always speed up a little bit, okay? Or you can slow down. You can choose how fast or how slow, or just pause and watch again at the parts that you get lost at, okay? But I do want to show you how I'm doing things in real time, because I want to show you how fast it can be all done, okay? So that's why I'm not like cutting this off or speeding it up intentionally, but you can decide how fast or slow you want to watch the video at, okay? You can just speed things up or slow things down as you watch this. Okay, so now we have got all the monthly planner dividers right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select these pages and right here. So the intention is to have the monthly planner page, the weekly planner page, as well as the daily planner page and the notes page all fall under one monthly planner. Does it make sense? Okay, so January, I'm gonna have monthly planner, weekly planner, daily planner, and notes pages. And then for February, I'm gonna have the same section under February. So I'll have different sections, right? Different monthly planners in the same digital planner, okay? But right now, once again, because of how PowerPoint messes things up, I don't want to end up to have to redo all my pages in PowerPoint, and this is why I'm keeping everything to the bare minimum, okay? Here, going back to the index page, I don't need all of these, so I'm just gonna, this is actually created using a table element. Deleting the column, I only need 2 columns right now, and just using the index because I do want the home tab to come back to the index page, okay? And then so that people can actually navigate around the digital planner quickly and easily. So here we go. Here I don't want it to be bold. Here there is a hyperlink. I'm gonna get rid of the hyperlink as well. Just typing out the months. April, May, June, and the second column, July, August, September, October, November, December, and then the remaining rows at the bottom, I'm going to delete the entire row until I'm left with 1 row. But here, I'm going to hold down the shift key, or you can just click on this ellipse menu and click to merge cells, okay? So that my notes will be in the middle. I just think it looks nicer this way. Okay, so here we have the index page with the different months, and this is where we're going to add hyperlinks to inside PowerPoint. Okay, so let's do this. And remember, I want to get rid of the tabs too. So just click. Now this is grouped. So click, you see that this has a huge purple outline that selects more than one element because this is actually a group of elements. So I'm going to ungroup it and just click and drag to delete the tabs and hit delete button on my keyboard. Same thing, ungroup them, click and drag, delete the tabs. There we go. We've got all these words that I don't want as well. I'm just trying not to select the other elements. Click and drag, select the words, deleting them. And here we are. Repeating that until we make sure we're getting rid of the tabs. Okay, ungroup, click and drag, delete, and this one, click and drag. Gotta ungroup that, click and drag to delete. Okay, so now I've got the bare minimum number of pages. Oh, I still have 2 more pages with tabs. Let's just delete that. Ungroup and delete the tabs. We will be creating tabs inside PowerPoint itself. Okay, so this is the bare minimum. Yes, and I am going to share and click on more and scroll down to see PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint, and then this Canva project. Right now it has 19 pages with the bare minimum number of pages that I need because I will do the duplicates inside PowerPoint itself. And then now it's downloaded. I'm just going to open it up in PowerPoint. So this is it. So do you notice that we have the same issue that the daily planner and the weekly planner, the tables are still misaligned? Now I do notice the other issue is that now the effect that I created in Canva where I had a white background behind January so that I can see the word clearly has disappeared. Okay, so then very simple. I can just add a simple rectangle shape. Okay, go to Insert, Shapes, and choose a simple rectangle. You can even choose other shapes that you want. And then go to Home, and then select Shape Fill. I'm going to choose white. And Shape Outline, no outline. And then just go to Arrange and bringing it backwards. I am actually using a Mac. So if you realize that some of the way the menu appears for your PowerPoint looks different from mine, that's because you're probably using Windows version and I'm using the Mac version. Okay, but not to worry, you should still get the same features. Okay, so then let me select this shape. Am I selecting the shape? I'm selecting this shape, Control C, and then I'm going back to each of this monthly planner dividers to paste it and sending it backwards until it goes behind the word, and just repeating the process. Control V to paste, go to Arrange and bringing it backwards. Okay, it's a little mundane, unfortunately, but then it's not difficult. Okay, some of the steps, because they're repetitive, it can feel a little tedious, but well, it's not difficult. I think the most important thing is I do want you to realize that creating digital products to sell is not difficult at all. Okay, and it might feel a bit more challenging, especially when you first try it out, but as you get along, it's going to be much easier. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is just pasting and going to Arrange to send it backwards. Control V to paste the white rectangle and sending it backwards because I want the words to be clearly visible and not like this, you know, then it affects the readability of the name of the month. We are almost there. November, pasting it here, arranging it backwards, and December, the last page that we have right here, paste it and sending it backwards and just resizing the rectangle a little bit. Okay, so that's it. So far, so good, right? It's not confusing, I hope. Well, just a reminder, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section under the video. I read through all my comments, all your comments personally, and I do try to get back to you as soon as possible in answering all of your questions, okay? Like what happened is, when I actually have lots of people asking me the same question, this is what happens. I create a video to help you address the issue, okay? So please feel free to ask questions, give feedback in the comment section below. Yeah, so now that we have solved the problem, the little hiccup, now we need to go to the weekly planner and resize this. Well, we expected this, right? Remember the first time I exported this, I already saw that the alignment has gone kind of messy. So I'm just gonna make some minor changes, shifting it here, which is why I wanted all the pages to be the bare minimum, like I mentioned, because I don't want to have to do this editing for like 30 pages. So now that this is nicely done, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start duplicating, okay? Control D to duplicate, and then here we're gonna have week 2. I'm gonna have like 5 weeks. So this is week 3. So you see, or you can go to the right hand side where you can see the thumbnail of the page, and you can right click to actually duplicate the slide. That's also possible. And then just making sure you are naming your pages correctly. The week 4 planner right here, right click, duplicate slide, and then here week 5 planner. I do want to have like 5 weeks of planner pages for each month. And then for the daily planner, now this one is messy, so not to worry, we just have to resize it accordingly, right? Like this here, just resizing it to make sure everything looks good. And here, this one we can shift it up, and the notes section also is just a matter of resizing. It's not difficult at all. Here, Okay, there we go. All right, so this now this looks good. And once again, similarly, we're going to duplicate this daily planner page. I'm holding down the Control key on my keyboard, and then to duplicate it, or you can press Control D to duplicate. All right, so now it's just a matter of renaming it so that we've got sufficient pages, one planner page per day. Okay, so now we can also speed things up. Right here, go to the grid view, the slide shorter as it's named. Now we need a total of 30 daily planner pages, right? So here for January, I will hold down my Shift key so that I select all 3 daily planner pages, Control D to duplicate. Now I've got 3, and then Control D again. Now I've got 9, right? So I'm just gonna Control D, 1 page. Now I've got 10. Selecting the first daily planner page, holding down the Shift key, selecting the last one. I'm selecting all 10 planners. Control D. Now I've got 20 daily planner pages. Control D again, I've got 30. Okay? And then duplicate the last page. Now I've got 31. Do you see that? And now just going back to each of these pages again and making sure that each of them are named correctly. Day 1 to day 31. Okay, so same thing. It's not difficult, it's repetitive, it's a little mundane, but hanging there. We will get there. We are at day 8 now, day 9. Of course, you can choose not to name any of these daily planner pages, and then you will save your headache on, making sure they're properly named, right? You can do that. It is your planner design, so it's entirely up to you. Well, the upside of naming it is so that it's basically easier for your planner user to use it, or instead of having, like I said, if you don't want to name each of these pages, what you can do is you can actually just create an empty another text box right here, or a rectangle on the top right hand corner, and then you can write something like date. Okay, so then it's up to the user to just date their planners, then you don't have to date them accordingly like this. Okay, but we are halfway through. I guess this is actually a good place to speed things up and watch it at 2 times the speed, since I'm just naming, and then, or you can just work along with me so that you can, follow through and then complete your planner the same time as I complete mine. Then that will be really productive, just applying what you've learned right away. And then if you really follow through and you really apply it, you will have a new product ready for a sale. We are day 25 and we are almost there. 26, 27, 28, 29. That's strange. I'm going to go to my grid view because either I missed out some pages. Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Duplicate page. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got some duplicate pages, so I'm just click and dragging, rearranging them. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. Okay. And pages, notes pages. How many notes pages do you want your user to have? Okay. Maybe we can have another 30 pages of notes, maybe this could be like a journal page for the user. So same thing, Control D to duplicate. Select 2 pages, Control D, you get 4. Select all 4 pages. No, I'm just gonna have 5 of them. Click on the first note page, hold down the shift key to click on the last one. Now you have 5 selected. Control D, you've got 10. Control D, you've got 15. Control D, you've got 20. Control D, now you have 25. Control D again, you've got 30 notes pages. Okay, do you see that? So I have fixed up the messy table alignment that was caused by the importing of Canva file onto PowerPoint. Fix that up for daily planner and weekly planner. Duplicated the weekly planner pages so that I've got 5 copies per month, and duplicated the daily planner pages so that I've got 31 pages for January. Checking through every page to make sure that I have actually labeled every page correctly. I'm just eyeballing, I'm looking at my screen, okay? And also duplicated the notes page, and I've got 30 pages of notes pages for the month of January. So now we've done for January. What do? We have to select and duplicate everything for the other 11 months, okay? Once again, breathe. It's not difficult. It's a bit tedious, but it's not difficult. It's very, very simple. Now, trick is, click on the monthly planner, which is the first planner page behind the January monthly divider, right? Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down until you see the last note page. Hold down the shift key and click, and there you go. You've selected all of them, all of the pages behind January. Control D or Command D if you're using a Mac to duplicate, same thing. Now please be sure not to click outside, because you see that there's still a red outline highlighting every single of these pages, right? Because this is the entire set of duplicated pages. And then what you want to do, click them. Do you see that? I've got 67 of them, and magically I just moved them behind February. Get it? So now you're seeing a sea of pages on my PowerPoint file because I have just duplicated the entire set from January to February. Now I'm going to repeat the process. Click on the first page. Click on the last page of notes, holding down the shift key, Control D to duplicate, and then making sure that I don't click outside so that these pages are still highlighted. Click to drag right behind March. Okay, I can press Control D again. Give it a few moments because you're duplicating a lot of pages at a go, and then moving it back behind April. Control D, because the pages still remain highlighted. As long as the pages still remain highlighted, you know you have the entire set of 67 pages selected. So keep duplicating it and shifting it behind the month that you need. Control D to duplicate, and then scrolling it down, click and drag. Now we are moving it behind June. Okay, we're already halfway there. Control D to duplicate again. Scroll down, click and drag behind July. Control D again. Wait. Scroll down and moving back to August. Control D. Wait a few moments, and then moving it behind September. Control D to duplicate. We're almost there. Just 3 more months to go. Behind October. Control D. Breathe. And then shifting it behind November. And then Control D. Breathe. Okay, remember to breathe, guys. And then shifting it behind December. Now, do you see we've got a total of 819 planner pages. This is like a mega 365-day planner, right? Which is really awesome because you can sell such a beefy digital planner to your customers. And of course, with more content, you can also sell it at a higher price. So the other thing is, if you really want to be very specific, then of course you want to make some minor adjustments, like under February, since there's only going to be 28 days, or 29 days in a leap year. If you're going to keep this as undated, then maybe we will just delete day 30 and day 31, so that we've got 29 days of planner pages for the month of February. March, we've got 31 days. We're going to leave it as that. Scrolling down to April. April only has 30 days, right? So is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm deleting day 31 planner for April. Scrolling down, for the month of May, there are 31 days. For the month of June, 4, 5, 6, 30 days. So June, looking at the June divider, deleting day 31 because there are only 30 days in June. And July, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 31 days, leaving it. August, 31 days. September is 30 days. 30 days in September, looking for the September divider here. And then deleting day 31 planner page. October, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 31 days for October. Where am I? October, 31 days. November, 30 days. Delete. And finally, December has 31 days. So we end up with 813 right here on the bottom left-hand corner, 813 pages in total. Whew. Wow. That's amazing, right? So now I'm just going to take a little note on the side because, well, now that I have, remember at the index side, I actually created a note section for, I create this note section, but now that I have a note section in every month, I don't really want this anymore, so I'm just going to delete this, okay? The other thing is, if you want to make it even more user-friendly for your user, you can also create an index page for each month. So what am I talking about? You can actually Ctrl D to duplicate this index page and put it behind January. And then this one could be the January monthly planner and the week 1 planner and the week 2 planner and so on and so forth, which makes your planner fully hyperlinked, which means they can look at January and go straight to day 16th of January, for example, okay? And then you can then have the day 1, day 2 until 31, okay? So this is possible. But yes, it's going to be a bit more time consuming to add all the hyperlinks. In this particular video, I'm not going to walk you through that, but the techniques that I'm already showing you is going to be applicable if you want to add more. It's just giving you an idea that you can also further make your digital planner even more comprehensively hyperlinked from one section to the other by adding additional hyperlinked index pages for each month. Okay, now, but for the purpose of this particular Canva tutorial, I'm just going to stick with one index page that brings me to the different months. Okay, the other thing is, if you want your individual months to be fully hyperlinked, you can also make it like a dated planner. So now it's 2023. You can actually fill in the numbers of the dates of the month, and then after that you can actually hyperlink the date. So what do you want to link to? You will want to link day 1 to the day 1 planner. Okay, so that is also possible. Then from the perspective of the user, as they're looking at their overall monthly planner, they can tap on each individual date, which then brings them to the respective daily planner pages. That is also possible. Okay, so once again, those are ideas for you to work on. So now, of course, the next big question is probably, hey, how do we add hyperlinks in PowerPoint? So let's work on the index page first, right? Remember, the home button is going to bring us always. You see that the home button is a recurring feature. The home tab is a recurring feature on every single page of this digital planner. So no matter what page the user is using, they can just tap on a home page and they will go back to the index page, and then from there navigate to the other months. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to take note of the page numbers. Okay, let's see. Where is January? Oh, silly me, it's right here. It's right in the beginning. So January is page 4. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the grid view here. January is page 4. So I'm just going to just make a note at the side with a small piece of paper so that it's easier for me to refer. And February will be page 72. I need to know which slide each of these monthly dividers are on, so that from the index page, when I tap on the word March, it brings me to slide or page 138 where the divider, where March begins. Okay, April is at 206. Why am I writing it down? Because it's just easier when you're hyperlinking. I think you will get, you will understand later when I show you how to hyperlink the pages, okay? Did I miss out on June? June is 341. On page 341. July is on page 408. August is on page 476. September is on page 544, and October is on page 611, November is on page 679, and finally December is on page 747. Okay, so now I'm going back to the beginning where my index page is. Here, where am I? Here. Index. So if you want to insert hyperlink, all you have to do is highlight the text, go to insert, and look for this, insert hyperlink. Okay, now insert hyperlink, you can actually add hyperlinks to, like, include a URL that brings you to an external website, right? But for the purpose of this digital planner creation, we want to hyperlink within this document, so you can see that you're actually trying to insert hyperlink to somewhere else in this document. You see that? And then you can see all the different slides now. Okay, do you want to link it to the very first slide, the very last slide, the next slide, the previous slide, or the specific slide numbers? Okay, so there we go. I want to link it to January, which is on slide number 4, which is why I made a quick note of the different planner dividers, which page they're on, which slide they're on. Therefore, it's so much easier for me to get it to the right place right here. Okay, and double click to just highlight February, insert hyperlink, and February is on page 72. Just scrolling to find it. Click OK. March, insert hyperlink, is on page 138. Now, just to make sure I'm doing things correctly, I'm just going to go to the slideshow and see if these 3 hyperlinks are working well. So one thing is, once you have the hyperlink, the word color changes to blue with an underline, right? And then same thing as I mentioned before, instead of an arrow, a little hand appears when you mouse over the area with hyperlink. You click on it, it goes to January. And then, well, I haven't added the hyperlink on the home tab, so the home tab is not working for now, but well, at least this hyperlink is working. So let's press on and continue hyperlinking for the rest of the index page. Okay, so April is on page 206. May, insert hyperlink, is on page 273. 273, hit OK. June is insert link on page 341. July on page 408. August 476. Let's scroll down. 476. here, September 544, 544, October. Of course, if your math is better than mine, then I think is, you know, every page is like additional 67 pages because, oh, that's not necessarily true because we've got some months with 30 days and some with 31 days. So anyway, October is on page 611. 679 and 747 will be the last two. 679, almost there, almost there. 679 and 747. 747. Yes. So let's test it out again. Go to the slideshow. Click on February. Very good. Escape. Now I really got to have my home tab there so that it's easier for me to go back to the index page. Okay, so now we have hyperlinked. Fingers crossed, everything is hyperlinked correctly on my index page. Now is the magical part where we add hyperlinked tabs, right? So of course you can also add, instead of an index page, you can create shapes to add tabs. But how do you do it? You're probably going to go insane if you create the tabs, the shape of the tabs, and add the hyperlink, and then duplicate on all 813 pages. It will drive you nuts, trust me. So the good news is you can actually do it in a much easier way. How? Go to View. Go to View and go to Slide Master View. Okay, when I first discovered Slide Master section, I was blown away because I went like, what? I didn't know PowerPoint has this feature. So the awesome thing is, the Slide Master feature allows you to create layouts. So what do I mean? So anything, so you see that there's this really large master slide at the top right here. Anything that you put on this page, it's gonna appear on all your pages in this PowerPoint template, in this PowerPoint file, okay? So how is this gonna help us? Well, all I have to do is, I'm gonna copy this tab, okay, Control C, because I wanna know exactly where this tab appears on my page. Going to View, going to Slide Master, the largest master slide, and Control V to paste it, and there we go. So this is it, okay? Everything you put on this page will automatically appear on all your pages in this PowerPoint file. Now there is this master slide where, like I said, everything you put here will automatically appear on all the other pages. Now, and then there are the smaller slides. These are what I call the layout slides, okay? This slide layout. Now, you can then have different layouts. For example, if I have this particular layout where I have this shape, okay? And then this other layout where I have insert another shape, just a random shape. I just need to illustrate to you what I mean, okay? This. And then I go to View and I go to the normal view. Without disturbing all the good work that I've done, I want to just show you what happens. Okay, remember, Slide Master View is where you can have different layouts, and once you have them, it repeats on every page that you do. So now if I were to just add a new slide right here, do you see that? That's this purple thing right at the top because that was found on the master slide in the Slide Master section, and therefore every time I add a new page, this would appear. It's a recurring feature on every page now. And then you would see, if you're using Windows, you can actually right click on the thumbnail for this slide and then you can choose the layout. If you're using Mac like me, you can go to the top and you can choose layout. And now do you see the thumbnails of the designs that we created in the Slide Master section? Here I've got this layout with the circle, and I've got this layout with like a square with rounded edges and sharp tips, right? So I can actually choose this layout, and there we go. Okay, if I don't want this, I can add a new page. Same thing, when I add a new slide, this thing appears because that is the recurring item, okay? And then I can choose the layout, and I choose either of any of the layouts that I have created. Now, how can this apply? Well, if you want to have a recurring design on multiple pages, you can do that one-time effort of creating it in the slide master section. Okay, just imagine you can actually do it like a monthly planner. Our monthly planner can actually be created in the slide master section. And then so that every time you want to add on a monthly planner page in this planner, you can just add a new slide, choose the right layout, the monthly planner layout, and then after that, add a new text box in there, and then just go type in January, something like that, okay? The slide master section, I go into a lot more details in my full-fledged Digital Planners Masterclass course. That course was actually primarily created to help people create digital planners using PowerPoint. So if you actually now see the power of PowerPoint and you want to learn more about creating everything entirely in PowerPoint, now, I mean, that would be the best masterclass, the best class from me to dive into, to learn how to create digital planners within PowerPoint itself. Okay, so that's just additional PowerPoint tips for you right here. But let me just delete this too. Not gonna have them. Going back to view and slide master. And I really don't need those two layouts, so I'm just going to delete them. And right here, remember, this is where we're going to insert the hyperlink. So same thing, I'm going to insert an invisible shape. Let's just insert a square over this tab. Okay, get rid of the outline, no shape fill, it's an invisible shape, okay? And then we're going to insert the hyperlink. And where does it go? It goes to my index page, which is on page 3. And click OK. Now we need to test it. Okay, it's an invisible shape that will appear on all the pages, right? So all you need to do is create that one invisible shape, add that one hyperlink, and now all 813 pages will have the home tab. We have to test it out, okay? Let's click on a random page, go to slideshow. We've got the mouse, we've got the hand over the house, the home button right now. Click, voila! It goes to index page, and then we click on September, and then you flip the page, right? And then now, oh, I need to look for February or March. Go back to the index page, click on March. Now I'm just trying to make sure that all my months have been, properly hyperlinked, okay? June, home, July, home, August, October, November, December. All right, there we go, guys. This is it, okay? So fingers crossed. Unfortunately, sometimes tech fails us, but other times tech is such a lifesaver. So I know some of you have actually, a few of you rather, have had hiccups with downloading your planners with the hyperlinks, even though you've actually done them correctly and checked them through in the preview section of Canva. But so just a heads up, you can ask me those questions in the comments section, but unfortunately sometimes it's really difficult for me to troubleshoot for you. But what I would do if I encounter such issues would be, I might just re-download everything again. Sometimes it's about saving it, closing the software, booting it up again, and then just re-downloading the PDF, and I don't know, and then sometimes it just works, okay? So, but if you do have any questions, you can feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I will do my best to help you within my capacity. Yeah, so now that we are done, we are going to go to File, Export as PDF. And there we go. 365 planner. And let's just check that. And then of course, it's gonna take a little while because the file is really big. Okay, so this is basically it. Okay, I've walked you through in less than an hour how I've actually edited my original Unicorn Undated Monthly Planner template in Canva, multiplied the monthly planner pages, the monthly dividers, reduced all the repeating content pages to the bare minimum, exported that from Canva, imported that, opened it up in PowerPoint, and then got the alignment issues corrected, duplicated them, shifted the pages around so that we have we have planner pages behind every monthly planner dividers. And then after that, we added the hyperlinks to the index page. We then added the hyperlinks onto the home tab so that it repeats everywhere in this digital planner. And then everywhere you go on this planner, you can always hit the home tab and go back to the index page. And for that we used under view, the slide master view. Okay, so that is the overview. So now that you know how to actually do everything inside PowerPoint itself, now remember I stripped it down to the bare minimum number of pages, right? But if you have something that you have already done up in two separate Canva projects and you want to combine them, basically the steps are the same. Let's say I'm just going to name this as demo 1. And then export this more. Under more, go to PowerPoint file and then download this, right? And then maybe I have a second file that I also want to export. Imagine they are all up to 200 pages. Basically just two separate Canva templates that I want to export into PowerPoint. And then now export, go to share, go to more, and go to PowerPoint. Okay, so now I've got two separate PowerPoint files that I want to combine. I just want to do a quick walkthrough to show you how to actually combine them. Let's see, right here. So then I'm going to open up the first PowerPoint file. And then after that, I'm also going to open up the second one. And then all you need to do is just copy and paste the slides from one to the other, okay? Go to the grid section here. Hold down the shift key and then click on the last one. Control C to copy. Coming over here, go to the grid view. And then just go into the last slide right there and Control V. And then you're pasting it. So this is how you actually combine. You export separate Canva projects into individual PowerPoint files and then combining them into one PowerPoint file before you actually add the hyperlinks within the same PowerPoint file. Okay, yeah. So the other thing to note is I would also recommend that, you know, when you import things into PowerPoint, you might actually want to get rid of things like the background image. Okay, why? Because it will reduce the file size as you import from Canva to PowerPoint. Okay, so imagine you have already done up everything. You can even choose not to import the tabs as well, like what I did, and then you just keep it bare. Because why? Once again, you can use the slide master section, go to view, and then go to slide master, and this is where you can actually have that file, because then you're actually reducing the file size, right? You can just insert like a backdrop, like you can go to shapes, you can create a shape, you can actually add designs or insert an image. But then if you only have one image on the slide master section and it gets repeated on every page, rather than having an image on every page, you know, the file size will actually affect. It will be much larger. So that is also one thing that you might want to take note of. So when you actually have digital planner pages that are very, very large. Like what I show you in this video, what I did was I stripped it down to the bare minimum. So I only had 19 pages in Canva. I exported them onto PowerPoint and I made those duplicates inside PowerPoint itself because it saves me time when it comes to correcting the misaligned elements, okay? The other thing to note is that you might want to make sure that you keep certain designs out. That means you don't do the tabs first. You don't have a stock image of the table that you want to have, you know, like to the wooden background that I used. That is a stock image, right? So you might also want to get rid of all those. Don't have them in Canva, so that when you import them, you're reducing the file size to keep your digital planner, the final version of it, more lightweight. And then you can import an image here, or just use, you know, even just colors or gradients or textures like these, and then you can use it within PowerPoint itself. Okay, so what I did was I inserted a shape, and then I inserted a shape and I went to design, right? Shape fill, home, shape fill, where then I can choose different textures or gradients, and I chose a texture that has like a wooden feel. Okay, and then no shape outline. And then this is also where you can actually insert the shapes to have like the home tab, for example, right here. Okay, and then this is also where you can do the overlay of the hyperlink tabs. Okay, so then when you go to view and normal view, this is what you will see. Okay, so you actually and then the hyperlinks and everything will actually work much better. You will have a lower file size, and then you just have all these tabs right here that you only have to change in the slide master section. Okay, just let me repeat that. I would strongly recommend that you import your digital planner that you have created from Canva to PowerPoint without the background to reduce file size, without the tabs too. Why? Because it just makes it easier for you to edit those tabs in PowerPoint. And then basically you can then, you know, I can just copy this, right? Copy this and paste it in the slide master section, the topmost slide. So this is what I have, that frame there, so I know where to place my tabs. So I can create multiple tabs. And then when you have all these tabs in just one place, right? When you have them, when you have the tabs in the slide master section, if there are anything that gets messed up, if you realize that, oh dear, I gotta add a new page, or I gotta remove pages, or I have to rearrange the pages, that messes up the hyperlinks, right? Because the hyperlinks will only bring your user to the right page if all the pages have been arranged correctly. So yes, sometimes screw ups can happen, and then you need to change the hyperlinks. So if you have all the hyperlinks and all the tabs in the slide master view, it is so much easier, because if there is a hiccup, if you need to change a hyperlink on one of the tabs, not to worry, just go to view, slide master view, make the changes here inside the slide master view, and then everything will be good. Okay, so I hope you got that. So that's it. So then you see, if I were to just delete this, and then it will reveal to you the tabs that I created in the slide master section. So even if I have to make a change to any of the tabs, it's so much easier, because it's easier to just change the thing on one slide master page than over 800 pages, right? So that is one thing to note. Yeah, so that is it. I do hope that you find this to be helpful. And once again, I would very, very much appreciate it if you like this video. Follow our channel, subscribe to our channel, and then if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. And I also have a Facebook group that you can join for further community support. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.